turning one visitor into 5 visitors and do that over and over again. That sounds like a big promise, right? Well, what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to run you by a case study that's doing exactly that. In fact, it's actually doing a lot more than that. So my name is Ukrit Krijn. I'm the founder of UpViral. And in this video, I'm going to show you an exact in-depth case study of a campaign that I actually set up as a quick test. I just set it up as a test because while we're building our platform UpViral, we'll need to test out various features and things like that. So I figured I'm going to set up a campaign, and what happened next really not blew my mind. I knew it was working, but it was just an awesome feeling to see that it's actually working that well. So before I'm going to show you exactly what I've done, I want to run you by some numbers. So I'll show you that in just a second as well. But by now, while I'm recording this video, I've sent about 400 visitors to this campaign. So I created a campaign, and like I said, I'm going to show you that in a minute. And I sent 400 visitors to this campaign, and right now it has collected over 8,000 visitors. So that's every single visitor that I sent in was actually turned into 20 visitors in total. So 1 to 20. That's just awesome. And not just that, because visitors on itself isn't as great, but we got almost 1,700 email leads in the process as well. And it's still going on because there's a huge buzz around it. People are talking about it. They're sharing it on Twitter. They're sharing it on Facebook. They're promoting it wherever they can promote it. And that's really how it all works. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you, to show exactly what it is that I've done, how I've done it, and how you can do it as well. So this is going to be a bit longer video as usual. I'm really just going in depth. I'm just going to show them a screen, and I'm going to talk you through what I've been doing. So let's jump to my screen right now. And first of all, like I said, here are the statistics of UpViral. And as you can see, we collected over almost 1,700 visitors. And when we're going to look at the statistics, we'll see that in total we have over 8,000 visitors. And as you can see, we have over 1,300 direct visitors, because there have been some people who've been visiting it because they saw it on Twitter as well, directly as well. And we got well over 6,000 referred visitors just because of this system. So just in case you're not sure, you're watching this video and you just skip to this video and you're not really sure how it all works, let me just show you the campaign that we have going on here. So right now you're looking at the campaign. So this is a simple 2-page website. There are only 2 pages on this website. And the first one is the opt-in page. It simply says one-click sign-up buttons inside your tweets and possible. Well, think again, and it's free too. And then enter your email, get started. So that's really what the first page is all about. It's just about getting their email address and getting them into the viral funnel, so to speak. So let's say someone enters their email address and they click on get started. What will happen next is they will then see a thank you page, and they will get the message, hey, you're now number blah blah in the waiting list. You want to skip waiting and get instant free access. Get 5 of your friends to sign up with this unique URL. And then there's a unique URL for every single subscriber. They can share it instantly on Facebook and Twitter. And only if they get to 5, if 5 of their friends actually sign up, they will get access to this little tool that we created. So that's basically what the campaign does. Now let me just go ahead and show you on Twitter what's happening right now. Oh, actually, while I'm recording this video, someone tweeted about it. As you can see, this one's 4 minutes ago. This one's 12 minutes ago, 35 minutes ago, 58 minutes ago, 1 hour ago, 1 hour ago, 1 hour ago. And I could go on and on and on. I mean, it's being shared a lot. I could just keep on scrolling. Let me just scroll a bit faster. I could just keep on scrolling, and you'll see tons of messages. And this is just on Twitter. And what's interesting when we have a look at it is that you probably notice multiple people tweeting about it multiple times. Here you see this guy is tweeting about it 2 times actually. Here's another one 2 times. And that's usually what happens. People here's this guy is promoting it 2 times. I've seen this guy before. So people are not just promoting it once, but people will keep on promoting your website just because they need to have 5 people to sign up through their link. Here you see someone who's just tweeting the heck out of it, and basically, but that's really how well it works. You see the same guy, and you even see celebrities like Cody. He's pretty much an online celebrity. Even they tweet it because they want to get access to it. So that's basically how it works. So how did it get to work so well? How did it actually, I didn't just start this campaign and I wasn't just lucky. There's actually a couple things that I did, and that's what I want to talk to you about in this video, so you have a better in-depth understanding of, how to get similar results in your campaign. So first of all, I wanna run you by the basically the funnel that everyone is going through. And I mean, you might have seen this before as well, but I just want to make sure that you fully understand it. So inside, if you're running an viral campaign, people will sign up, then they will go to a thank you page, and that's where you get them an incentive to share with their own unique link. And this could be, for example, a contest or a giveaway, whatever it is. It has to be some sort of an incentive to start sharing your campaign. And then those messages will appear on Facebook, on Twitter, etc. And a couple of, like an X percentage of their friends will then think, hey, I'm going to click on that message, and they will go back to the lead page, and then it goes over and over again. So what's important to understand is that every single visitor that's coming on this page will, if on average they will result in less than one visitor coming back to that page, it will not go as viral. So let me explain that to you with an example. Let's say you have an viral campaign, and you're sending in 1,000 people to your opt-in page, and your opt-in page converts at 20%. So you're getting 200 signups, and let's say from every person who signs up, you get 10%. You're able to convince 10% of those people to start sharing your link on, for example, Twitter and Facebook, etc. But like if they share it, they just share it once, and you have a certain social media message pre-written in your campaign, which has a certain click-through rate, which makes sure that every share on average is worth 10 new visitors coming back to your site. So if that happens, 200 signups will result in 20 shares, which results in 200 new visitors coming back into your funnel, which is good, right? 200 new visitors for free, awesome. So those 200 visitors, they sign up, 40 signups, which results in 4 shares, and then those 4 shares result in 40 new visitors. And if we go to the same loop again, then 8 visitors. So when you look at those numbers, it's actually not that great, because you sent in 1,000 people and you get 250 extra visitors. And that on itself is really good. I mean, 250 free visitors is really good. But you can actually, hit it out of the park and do something else. Like as soon as every single visitor that's coming in on your lead page will result on average into more than one visitor coming back to your page, that's when you can go viral. So let me just give you an example. Let's say you have an opt-in page which now converts at 40%. You get more people to actually sign up. And let's say you have a better incentive or a better thank you page, and you get 15% of the people to convince to share. And you're also sending follow-up emails. So now they don't share on average one time, but now on average they share 1.5 times each. And that's actually on a low figure, because in this tweet leader campaign, for example, for everyone who decides to start sharing on Twitter, that's just on Twitter, they already share it 2.5 times on average, which means that if I would include Facebook, that number would even be higher. So this is even on the low end, but just let's use that number for now. And then let's say we have a better social media message, which means that every single time someone is posting that, more of their friends will think, hey, I want to click on that. So now every share on average is worth 15 visitors per share. They go back to the lead page. And now if we send in 1,000 visitors, that will result in 400 signups, which will result in 90 shares. And that will result in 1,350 visitors, right? And now we're talking about something, because now 1,000 will result in more than 1,000 visitors on average. So every single visitor will result in more than one visitor coming back to the campaign on average. And then those visitors will be the same thing. So that will actually result in more than 2,000 visitors. And that just keeps increasing and increasing. And of course, it won't always be as growing as fast, because a portion of those people might have already seen it, so you have to discount that out of it. But the theory really holds true. You have to make sure that every single person coming into your funnel results on average more than one person coming back. And once we have that, that's when you have a campaign that will keep on going. So that's all I've been focusing on when I started this campaign. So now let me just run you by how I actually started that campaign. So the first thing I did, I didn't just create this campaign and was just going to hope it was going to work. Now, what I did is I started split testing this page right here, as well as the social media message. And I'm going to show you exactly what I did. So first of all, I created a couple different lead pages. Here you see one example: add one-click sign-up forms inside your tweets with an image. Later on, I also tested. I had multiple variations. One-click email sign-up buttons inside your tweets, and now with actually a moving image. Let me just show you that real quick. I had a moving image created by a designer because I thought it would, it might work, and it actually did work. It actually resulted in a higher opt-in rate inside this page, so that was good. So I started to optimize that. So by now, after a while, and I'll show you in a second how I actually sent that traffic. But after a while, after some visitors, I knew which opt-in page was going to convert best. At the same time, I also had two thank you pages. Let me just look that up for you. That's right here. So I had two thank you pages. This is one, and this is another one. The first one I actually said, we have added your email address to the sign-up queue. Want free lifetime access to Tweetlet. And then on the other one, I said, want to skip waiting and get instant free access. First I said, you're now number 23,000, blah, blah, in the queue. Want to skip waiting and get instant free access. And I was just wrong, like I'm giving away the exact same thing, but I'm just describing it differently. And the results of this test was actually phenomenal. If you're going to look at it, let me just see whether I can open up, make this image a little bit bigger. If you look at it, this is really early data, but I only sent a little bit of traffic to it to actually split test. And as you can see, the one where I said, want free lifetime access to Tweetlet only converted 14% of the people to actually share it. Well, the other one converted 23% of the people to actually start sharing. So this one was clearly a winner, because, it converted way more people into sharing. So now I already have 2 steps optimized of this funnel. I've been optimizing this step and I've been optimizing this step. And you might be asking yourself, hey, that's nice and all, but how do you split test that if nobody's going to see your page? How do you get people to actually see that page? Well, what I've been doing is I've been creating Facebook ads to actually start promoting that. Facebook ads as well as Twitter ads. And I had 2 different goals with that. First of all, is I wanted to send some traffic. Here you can see a screenshot from Facebook, where you can see that I sent, this is an early screenshot. I can actually look up some recent data. Let me just open up my Facebook account in the meantime. But what I've been doing is I created multiple images. And the purpose for that was not just to drive traffic to my campaign, so I can split test the lead page and I can also split test the thank you page. But I also wanted to make sure which image I should actually be using to get the best click-through rate. So let me just have a look right here. Here you see I have 4 images created, and that's just to test out which is actually getting me the best click-through rate. So this is one image. This is another one. Let me just open them all. As you can see, I've tested multiple images. Add one-click sign-up buttons to any tweet. So I've just been testing out which image will actually work best. And the one that actually worked best, it's actually this one. And because that was not just to drive traffic to my website, but also because now from this point on, I knew that I should add this image inside Facebook. So if someone is going to share my message on Facebook by clicking the Facebook button, I'm using this image right here because I already know it's a proof of fact that people are more willing to click on this image than on any of the other images, just because I've been testing that with Facebook ads. So that's really something that I really suggest to do. That really what's making a big difference. So here you can see it. When they click on it, it will actually show up with that image that I actually split tested earlier. And I've actually been doing the exact same thing on Twitter. I have some screenshots right here. It was my first attempt on Twitter ads, so I'm paying way too much per click. But it was just also not to drive traffic, but just to see what kind of image would work well on Twitter. And it actually was the same one as on Facebook. So I decided to go with the same image on both, for obviously, because it's the same social media image. So that way I was actually able to actually split test that last step of the process. So let me just scroll back up. That way I was also being able to split test that step of the funnel. So what's important to realize is that I didn't just set it all up and started to drive a bunch of traffic to it. No, I just set it up and I set a little bit of traffic to it, just just to optimize it all and to wait until it actually was, converting better than, that every single visitor would result in more than one visitor coming back. And I didn't just split test it once. I actually, after I split tested the lead page, I then did a few more tweaks, and then I set up a new split test based on the winner. So I selected the winner and I made a few changes there to see whether I could even get the conversion rate up even more, because that's what it's all about. You have to always keep optimizing and keep split testing, because you're really losing out if you're not doing that. And by doing just exactly that, that's how I got tweet lead above, basically viral. And as you can see, let me see, are there any new tweets while I'm recording this video? Yep, there are. As you can see, 11 minutes ago, someone else tweeted about it. And that's just because it's going viral. That's just because everyone is just, they're coming in and they share the link. And that's exactly what it takes to go viral using UpViral. And I just wanted to share this case study with you. And I really recommend, like, if you don't have access to UpViral yet, give it a go, because this really works really, really well. I'm super excited about it, and I can't wait to make sure that that you can work with it as well. Cheers.